Okay, let's do that then. Alright, well, let's see how silly or otherwise this ends up being. Probably very silly, because, yeah, this is going to be one heck of a weird idea, and I do not have a basic in this hand. This should show you what we're going for, unfortunately.
I do, but it's not ideal.
Ah, well.
Alright.
Yeah, so we're trying this one, because I had some fun with testing this earlier, so... So take your mulligan card, good sir. And... Fuck. Okay, What a hand, dude. What a freaking hand. Alright, what would you like?
Let's go for heads.
You got it.
Luxury level. Or Luxury G.
Luxury level 48. Okay, yeah. What are we hitting?
Probably should hit the bench.
Yeah. Seems reasonable to me.
This feels bad, but I probably should go for it.
Okay, yep. Draw free. Yeah, we do get to keep Uxie next format, but this guy...
I should not have applied that energy.
Oh dear.
Unfortunate.
Somebody drew unknown Q DCE, huh?
No.
You can't do that turn one, you're going first.
Well, then maybe we can wait on it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Pass.
Okay.
If anything, it's scarier than...
Oh, man. Brick hands are real nice. Ah, fuck it, I'm not doing anything else with this anyway. Attach, expert belt, hit for north of 30. There's not much else I'm doing here, to be honest. That is unfortunate.
Well, you'll eat it gradually so you don't die to random.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing. That's why I'm putting the belt on, because I don't just straight die to it. Yep.
Retreat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Luxray.
What are we doing the thing?
We probably should.
Just before it gets too far.
Yeah, probably should get the Baltoy in.
Yeah.
Professor Oak's new theory.
Okay. Shuffle draw 6. It's a pretty good card.
That's fine.
I was gonna say you've not windmill slammed the DCE downs, not DC, the lightning down. So I'm assuming I'm not dying to that part at least. I'll be dying to this instead. Yeah.
And yeah, we will snap attack.
Yep. Take surprise. Yeah, brick hands are wonderful, huh? I mean, that's cool, but it doesn't fucking do anything, which is really annoying. That is actually really cool, and I can't do shit with it. Hit for 30, to be honest.
Cyrus's conspiracy.
Yeah, must be nice.
she.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, turn.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep this one active.
Okay.
Oh. So, fortunately, I can work with it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, whatever. I've drawn completely dead. There's nothing I could do.
Sorry. It is meant to be a dunk deck.
It wasn't you. You did nothing, to be honest. I drew completely dead. There was nothing I could have ever done with that. So it wasn't even you.
Like, no one can blame you for wanting to snipe the battle toy. That's just good play.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. Like, that didn't even do anything, because I wasn't drawing into... Like, it would have been another couple of turns before I even got into Claydol anyway. That's... Yeah, it wasn't... It literally wasn't you. I just bricked. Which just happens sometimes. Yep. There we go, thank you. Tap the button too light. Alright. Take two.
Tails.
Okay. Did you have a power spray in that hand, by the way, just out of interest? The in the last game.
The previous one?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay, so
No,
in the previous game I'm talking about.
Game.
Because I went second in that game, so it's like, if I actually went first in that one, then my next card that I was drawing right there was a Pecom. So if you, that's what I was looking at going, yeah, if I went first instead of second, I could have actually been, like, unbricked in that one. That's what I was looking at. It is what it is, I was just looking through going, yeah, that could have been another thing. Well, I guess we're just attaching and hitting for 10, because not much else to really do turn 1 here, so...
War point?
Yep. Kind of curious you benched a Crobat down, actually, but okay. Yep.
That is enough. Clap tag?
It certainly is. Just you wait until Twins is in format, you wouldn't be doing that at all. That's all good though. Roseanne. Actually do have something this time. Okay, what's the damage? Could be worse. Yeah, let's go Squirtle Battle. It's kind of frustrating pricing that, but sure, we'll go with it. Right, so we will attach one. Yeah, I guess I'll belt it. I was considering belt and active, but I think that one's probably better to go on. And we will Yuxi for the 4, because you've only got 2 SPs in play.
Yeah.
So I know that's safe at the very least, which is fine. And yeah, not much else going from there, so we'll just hit for another 10.
Science research?
Yep. So now I'm not necessarily guaranteed it, but that's okay. Seems alright, yep.
Okay, turn.
Sure. Yeah, I've heard that's quite a good card.
Forgetting something, Si?
What? Yes, put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to put a
Sorry.
guy active, yeah.
Lightning energy. Energy gain.
Mhm.
Yuxi for 5.
Mhm.
Plus par. Poketurn. Crobat.
Yep.
Active. Active.
Jesus fucking Christ, okay.
Bite.
Yep. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, I've already lost, haven't I? Jesus, hell. Right, we'll put down the Claydol. Yeah, I guess I'm attaching active. Is the, we'll go for Cosmic Power? Yep, of course you've got it. Alright, pawn. Okay. That's a bit of a weird one. It's a stinker because I don't really want to ping me down, but I might have to. It doesn't do anything if I do though. Really doesn't do anything. Yeah, because there's no... I don't think I've got a choice with it though. We'll Candy Stoys. It really doesn't do anything, but... Do we even go for the dig well? Yeah, I guess so. I'll try it. We'll go for the dig well.
Go for it.
No. 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 Yep, that's fine. Gets 3 cards out, so yeah, we'll just restore for 20. We're not gonna bother putting it back in.
Call energy. Haunt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I should probably go for this thing, Blastoise.
Sure.
And Trash Bolt.
Sure. So we're hitting 100 here then.
I don't like the idea of putting damage counters when you can snipe the bench.
That's fair. Oh, of course. Ah, typical. Hey, cool dude.
Thank you.
I don't know, maybe, if we'll be done by then. Fuck, this is just bad either way. We'll go for the dig well, I guess.
Go for it.
Nope. 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 Alright. Figures as such, but, you know. I suppose we're attaching here. Again, it's just like, it's so annoying either way. We'll Warp Point.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah. We'll go for the Claydol.
Go for it.
Okay. That down. Draw the 5. Right. How much does that do? It's not unreasonable. How many of these have I already gotten rid of? I can notice I haven't gotten rid of any of the pieces of the Gator line, which is, I guess, fine. Yeah, Rare Candy's gone, but not much to do about that. Yeah, otherwise the mills have not exactly been the worst. Like, getting rid of a judge, I guess, could be kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. We'll Pokécom the Sportoidal back in. I mean, I don't have a third Uxie, so it can't be that, unfortunately, but
Third? You've only played.
I milled one.
Oh. Fortunate.
Maybe a little. Probably more unfortunate. We've got to go for Squirtle here. But sure. And before I shuffle up, we're just going to judge here.
Alright.
Okay. And I suppose we'll restore for 40 and not put it back in. Because I don't think I can afford to have anything just eat the hit right now.
Psychic Restore, putting it back in.
Yep.
Wait, is it on the bottom right?
Bottom of the deck, in any order. Not that I think it matters too much right now, but I don't know. I mean, if Underground Expedition was ever used, then maybe it could be, but
What makes sense to put up here?
Underground Expedition, and you have 4 energy on your Uxie, and you.
I mean, it gets more cards into the deck so you don't deck out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wow. Oh, this game sometimes. Right, let's get Wartortle down. We will... Yeah, probably makes sense enough to do. We'll attach and we'll attempt the Claydol.
Go ahead.
Okay. These two, I think. prizes are in a little bit of an annoying state right now as well, but we'll get there. That at least makes it interesting. Yeah, certainly interesting. I guess that's probably fine. Yeah, we'll Roseanne here.
Alright.
Grab ourselves you and you. Alright, we'll go for the Azov.
Go ahead.
Okay. Part of me just wants to flip them over, but that would be
I will look down here.
no, it's fine because they would stay flipped anyway. Yeah, there's some pretty awful things in these prizes, to be honest. I'm really not too happy about, but I think we've got to grab this, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thinking on what has to go back here, I don't particularly want to put any of them back, but I think would probably. It's awful either way. Yeah, I think we've got to put that back. Now here comes the next question of do I Blastoise? Which is, it's rough because, well... So, okay, there's one Blastoise discarded, there's no Gators discarded yet. So, like, those could be pretty bad. Rare Candy getting discarded could be kind of annoying. But at the same time, I know there's a pretty reasonable number of energy at the moment, too. It's like 5 if I've got my numbers right here. Out of 19, that's not unreasonable when you're milling 3, but it's like if I hit everything else, it's going to be disastrous. Yeah, we'll attempt the Blastoise here.
Go ahead.
Okay. Punch. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I got 1, okay, but the cost of the Blastoise is pretty rough. Attach in any way that you like, so I guess we'll just put it there for now. And we will restore putting the Yuxi back. Going to...
It's not weak to Psychic.
It's
yeah,
not.
just double checking.
Yep.
Just double checking.
No, I knew it wasn't, so...
Retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how slow I can. Here's the issue. Luxury ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wanna fit that down. I can't guarantee this hand, so let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Put down Yuxi to draw 4.
Yep.
Cyrus's conspiracy.
Yep. Okay, yep.
We'll still do the flash impact for the KO.
Okay, where's the bench damage going now?
That's where
Oh,
I'm thinking.
well, damage in general, it technically doesn't have to be bench, but...
This is probably the most disposable slot right now.
Okay, yep, so that's 70, plus power falls off. Yeah, I guess we've got to go there. Alright, we will draw. So right now we are hitting 40
80,
because
I
of
think?
belt. Yeah, 50, 60, 70, 80. You are correct. So we're gonna throw these guys down. I really don't have much of a choice otherwise right now. Yeah, we'll slap the energy down. That gets enough so I can get a KO, which is something at least. Yeah, it's pretty rough either way. We'll go for Claydol here. I'm assuming it's gonna get hit, but I will go for it.
Am I more scared of the Claydol or am I more scared of you dig welling onto that anti-right or Suicune anti-legend? I think I'm more scared of that legend card, honestly.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's put these two back then.
That's a lot of health to chew through.
It is quite big. Okay, that's amusing, but... well, I mean, it's not nothing, but based on the rest of this, it might as well be right now. We will Pokecom Claydol back in. Because spoilers, I milled the other Baltoy, so, you know. Such is the way. I do still have this guy, though. So, that will suffice for now. So, we'll get this down. And, yeah, as annoying as it is leaving this guy active, I think Aqua Press for 90 is actually the play here. Because that will get the KO. So, right, of these 6 prizes, which I want like 4 of them, which one am I actually able to take in this situation?
Just get some tidying up them while we're waiting. There's a lot of cards.
Yeah. That's what the discard button is for, but, you know.
Yeah, just putting it all in a pile.
That's what the discard button is for. I think I have to take this one.
Alright, then we're done.
I love how you just refuse to use it anyway, even though, you know. Yep. I'm not expecting this to end well, but there's really not a lot I could do.
Yeah, I'm looking at this board and I'm wondering what next plays on side and
Yeah, when you...
research.
Yeah, I mean, that's the play, to be honest. There should be another Lux right in there.
that's a good start.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mm-hmm.
Bite would be in. Bite is enough.
It is enough, it's doing 60.
Yeah, that's a play. That's a play.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, we got this.
Yeah, we'll bite.
Yep. I mean, I'm down to, you know, it's an expert belt, so yeah, I'm down 5 prizes to 1, but it's okay, we got this.
This is fine.
We have two legendaries in the active. We can't possibly lose, right? Okay, we're gonna put Totodile
A
down.
dog wrapped in fire.
I'm gonna manually attach the fire. We are going to attempt the Claydol. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Shit, we didn't expect to get this far. Okay, let's
I have one
put
spray. I
these
need
two
to make
back.
sure I use it correctly right now.
Fair. 4 cards it is. You know, it's so close to being amazing. Alright, washout. Which is...
Absolutely not.
Washout. As often as you like during your turn.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I would not have done this if it was if it was a hard once. Yeah,
Fine. We have options.
and Bursting Inferno for knockout here, right? Which is going to grab where is it? You.
We have options.
I mean, I'm sure you do, which awkward, but
Professor Oak's new theory.
okay.
It's not ideal.
At least you killed the Blastoise that had double launcher, because I could have KO'd Yuxi and Crobat right now, yeah. So, at least you got that down. This thing really is fucking huge, isn't it? 160
Yeah, that's the issue.
HP.
I didn't hit what I needed.
160 HP is insane. Oh, you were wanting to tailcode or something, huh? Yeah.
No, I was looking for double gust
Oh,
and
okay.
DCE.
Ah, still running blower over reversal. Interesting.
Unfortunately, I didn't hit what I needed, so pass.
Okay. To be honest, I didn't think you had either of them available, but right. Finally, after 10,000 years, I can pull this out the prizes. BTS. And we will Luxury Ball for the Crocodile. Alright. BTS up, and we will attempt the Evolutionary Vitality.
Ahead.
Yep, so look at the top 5. It is just straight any energy that you find. That's kind of crazy, actually. Like, I only have waters left, but it's just, you know, in a more generalized deck. That is kind of crazy. Yeah, we just hit the 1, so that is fine. Because now we can BTS to the Gator, and the loop is finally complete. We're like a million miles into this, but whatever. Unfortunately, this guy can only hit benched mons with its Torrent Blade, so we're going to pay the 1 to retreat to the Blastoise that does not have that limitation. And we're going to just Rain Dance all 3 of these goobers onto here. And we're going to Hydro Launcher for turn 2 of these back to the hand. Yeah, take the 100 on the active, so I get my 2 prizes, which I need to double check if there's anything even worth it at this point. There is. It's this one in the corner is worth it, and I guess probably you. Okay, yeah. So this was from last turn, wasn't it? The pawn.
Yep, that was the last turn.
Jesus fucking hell, dude! I prized so horribly. So you saw one of the Suicune Entei pieces was prized. I also prized one Totodile, two Rosans, the Broken Time Space. I mean, I had an energy on the Blastoise on the bench. If you'd have Warp Pointed, I'd have just brought this up. It had one energy, it would have been fine. So I'm not. And then if you'd have had your second Warp Point, I would have just gone straight back to Suicune Entei.
Yeah.
Uh,
You need a reversal to go off.
yeah, reversal or bust, basically, which is not being played, I don't think, in here.
No.
I really should, I think. The Ambipom does great early game against things that don't do much, but against established threat, as you've noticed, it's pretty useless.
Oh my god, I was so frustrated. Like, that turn when I went Roseanne and got the basic fire, I obviously wanted to get the Totodile and everything would have been fine, and I just couldn't fucking get it. I was like, oh, this is in the prizes as well. Fan-fucking-tastic, you know. I seriously can't, like, overstate how bad those prizes were. Yeah, one of the Suicune Entei pieces, Broken Time Space, Squirtle, and the Totodile, and two Roseanne. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this needs a reversal and or a 1-1 Garchomp, I think, just to finish games off.
It's so hard to fit everything you want, and I did this without any sort of base list.
Yeah. I mean, when your game plan is Ambipom.deck, yeah, I understand. It's tough. It kind of definitely, I mean, it definitely did its thing. I was like, holy fuck, what am I supposed to do about this with what I had available now? I absolutely 100% did not want to use, like, Dig Well ever in this deck, but I fucking had to, and it was really bad. But, I mean, at the very least, it justified its inclusion, I guess, because, you know, that kind of worked out, right? Aqua Press actually did the thing, so I guess I can't be too upset with that, but good god, dude. When you went, like, the double Poke turn and plus power to kill that Totodile, it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe this will be okay because I just get the other one out, right? And then, no, because it's in the goddamn prizes. So, it's just, no, come on.
It is meant to be an extremely aggressive deck.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Obviously dies to anything fighting, but we already established that. It's
We knew that.
Yeah, there's only so much you can realistically do there. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it did exactly what you were hoping it would do that way. It's
Does this kind of Hyper Aggro really need recovery?
It's for the Luxrays.
You could play Aaron's Collection instead for that sort of thing, maybe. If you were wanting that type of thing, because that can get SPs or basic energy back.
And it goes to hand instead of deck, which is the big thing.
I know you only get two, but I mean, you've got to find them again afterwards anyway with this thing, right? It's just,
Yeah,
I can see why.
Better overall if you want the recovery in the slot. I'm actually thinking the Claydolls are wrong too. If it's Hyper Aggro, you want more.
That's what I was thinking. I never even got to.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
you
this
can
is...
cut this Bebes as well.
Maybe.
You know, one of the Cyrus targets. Well, no, we got radar for the thing you needed for. Yeah, with 4 radar, you can cut the Bebes.
It was more in case I needed Yuxi or Claydol. Because I can't SP radar those.
And Roseanne's or Collectors get your oopsies.
I think he would probably play at least the third Yuxi in here to go with stuff too. Because I mean, Yuxi's a pretty decent opener for donking shit as well, right? So
yeah.
even if you lead it, it's not exactly a poor option, right? So
I wasn't sure on how to split these.
Understandable.
So I went 3-1.
An Oopsie X isn't the worst thing in the world either, because it gives you some game against Machamp. Not good games, but like you beat tech Machamps with it, just not dedicated Machamps.
I was thinking Yuxi X. Just there's a lot of cards I want in here, and there's only 60 spaces.
Yeah, again, entirely understandable. The one thing I will say that you would almost definitely need Lucario GL as well if you're going to go Uxie X for Machamp, right? Because it's it's plus 30, so even belted Uxie is only going to do 110 to it. So it's like, if you are going to go down that sort of route, which I don't think is unreasonable, this gives you an unconditional DCE 60, right? Which is something that that Ambipom can't necessarily, boast. I think you probably do need to play that, because the alternative is like Boundary, and that's obviously not very strong here. So
it also means you beat getting Gyarados at show with the Ursaring much easier.
True.
As well as random water decks with Blastoise in them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, I wasn't doing atrocious.
I mean, you already fucking wrecked Blastoise with Lock Space, so it's, I don't know, man. That was dire.
If you're looking to hit electric weaknesses.
I am so glad this one random fire, not even random, but it's like I deliberately put it in. I'm so glad this one fire energy actually did what it was supposed to do, though. I was looking at it going, yeah, I don't want to overcommit, obviously, because I'm only going to play one of this, but I do kind of want the one fire that I can use for Bursting Inferno, because that attack is actually pretty good, right? 80 plus auto burn is not exactly a terrible idea in this thing, and again, Torrent Blade can only hit the bench, so that's the disadvantage of using the Legend rather than the Stage 2, is the Stage 2 can hit anywhere, but it does take an additional energy to do so. Whereas Torrent Blade, yeah, it's on a bigger body as well, but has additional potential weaknesses, which is awkward. But it also hits...
Do you want to add a multi in place of one of these basic waters?
No, and the reason for me is that the multi-energy is both not searchable and not acceleratable either.
I guess my thinking is even with Rain Dance, you still have your one normal attach.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's much more awkward. It kind of is anti-synergy with a lot of the other stuff in here as well, though, isn't it? It's like, okay, Croconaw can get it, sure, but mill it off of this.
Main anti-synergy, I see there.
Mill it off of this, and you're extremely sad. And yeah, most of the time I don't necessarily want to be using Bursting Inferno. It's just for those times where it's like, okay, hitting 80 to the active is better. I need to just go for that, right? Where most of the time I want to be Torrent Blading and effectively, doing this, but without the picking apart, without switching the active first.
That was a thought.
Understandable thought, and I do appreciate it. I'm looking at it going, no, I don't think it works well enough here.
So if we're getting rid of the Warp Point, how many reversal is Jim full for?
Yeah.
I imagine you want as much gusting.
You run the fall.
Yeah, I imagine you want as many Gust cards in here as you can get for it. Like, it's up to you to determine, I guess.
My only real thought is it better to have 4 or 2 on a Garchomp? Garchomp is the alternative because I can snipe 80 to win games. You do have DCs boarded already.
Wasn't sure if we had seen enough of the Garchomp.
To be fair, even if we quote unquote had, it's like it would feel wrong to not be able to include something like this if you really wanted it, right? Because it still kind of does fit it fits the goal of what you're wanting to do, and it can. I mean, if you had access to this and was able to heal that 20 off the Luxray, I don't know what I would have done in the middle of that game, right? Because there was no way I was gonna get a KO on the Luxray if it was at 110 there.
I mean, if you had access to this, Dragon Rush on the Claydol game.
Sure, but...
At that point, do we just do the Ambipom Garchomp deck in its entirety?
Oh, is that its own separate thing?
I thought it was.
It might be. I don't know.
Like, it might be listed under a Lux Chomp list somewhere. I don't know. It was just an idea.
So I thought you said something about the Ambipom showing up in Garchomp decks.
It's not as a 4-of. The idea
It's
is
a common tech.
yeah. The idea is the Ambipom beats Garchomp, right? Because when you put energy gain on this guy and just do DCE Dragon Rush, that leaves it with no energy, and it's a colorless weak ×2, right? So the Ambipom is the pretty much ideal revenge killer against enemy Garchomp C. So it shows up as a 1-of in like a ton of decks. I don't think I have ever seen a deck playing 4 of this thing, but I can understand the logic why, right? Yes, this is the other one.
Snap
The
Attack's
advantage
pretty
of
good.
Ambipom against decks taking Machamp, you can tell code their fighting energy, and make them very angry.
Yeah. Spoilers on this one. Yusa's deck played both of these, both one Dragonite and one Ambipom, and for his World's Winning Lux Chomp deck. So
That could also be an option.
Yeah, running both is a rare thing, and I don't think you'd want Dragonite in a 4-of Ambipom list.
I don't think you want Dragonite in this one, no, because 1, it doesn't do shit unless your opponent's playing SP. 2, even when they are, it needs DCE as well as energy gain in order to attack for one thing, which is not the worst, but it is expensive in this list, yeah. And yeah, he has a fat as hell retreat cost, so good luck with that, you know.
Brought that up to show it, not suggest it for this list. This list does not want anything to do with it. It doesn't.
No. It is a cool card though, and like again, if SP is like if we were playing with more people and SP was expected, you would consider this sort of thing in your own SP decks.
So how would we fit our Chomp in here? Is the thing.
This is the other cute snipe option, but I don't think it works with the energy on this list.
No.
That last line, it kills.
Yeah.
With Lucario, it kills Pixies when they're on the bench.
Yeah, it certainly does.
That's
I have seen that, but again, you need to be playing Psychic, which implies the Toxicroak probably is the main one that you play it with. So yeah, it kind of dilutes a lot here.
This list specifically, so you would have to change the energy up, and Luxray is probably better. It's also another way of finishing the game off.
Right, so to answer your question on stuff here, I can only really see like 1 or 2 ways of doing this. Is I think probably one reversal is going to end up getting axed here. I don't think that's the end of the world anyway. Like, yeah, you want as much gusting as you could fit, but the key point is as much as you can fit, right? And I don't think it's unreasonable to you know, because it's either that or like a plus power, and I think you would rather have the plus power first. From there, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, 4 Power Spray, it depends if you really want the 4. I know some decks do thingy with that. It's not unreasonable, but that's 3 or 4 is acceptable on both ends there. Because I don't think we can take out the Luxray GL unless we have Premier Ball, which is obviously not in here at the moment.
I mean, you could add it with Oopsie as a genuine use if you want to, and it's also more recovery.
I was thinking Premier Ball probably.
At which point we probably, yeah, it's either like Radar come out for that, or we take out. Well, I mean, then I think we probably are taking out either 1 Luxray or 1 spray for the other part of the Garchomp, right? So that seems reasonable, because the whole point of your deck, I'm not, you know, we would say, oh, take the Ambipom because you got 4 of it, but the whole point of it is that you got 4 of it, so we're not doing that.
Snap Attack turn 1 is the goal.
Yeah, certainly is.
Probably wrong to cut Cyrus. Do we need 4 turn?
Looking at the way this is set up, I would say, yeah, it's really good here.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because it's also healing.
Yeah, we've just added Garchomp C as well, which is really, really good with turn, so...
Okay, just poking the idea.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't spot you had 4 Radar before. Yeah, that should have been, I guess, an easy one for the Premier Ball is what you did. I saw you taking 1 out, and I was like, oh, okay, going down to 2 of that, it's still reasonable. But no, you had 4 of it anyway, so makes sense.
I wanted to maximize things I could hit with Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, consistency is, you know, very simple deck list stuff can be super, super good. That's, you know, it does show up quite a bit in in the history of the game, and it's no exception, right?
And the only reason I went for the drop was because it was the Uzi level X. Hang on, I just noticed something.
What's up?
There's no look. Oh no, it's right there. I thought I didn't see a look.
Yeah,
ball.
no. He played.
Don't.
He played Luxury
I'm
Ball
not
against
those
me
guys.
there. No, you played Luxury Ball against me in that game. I saw. So
I know. I was like, hang on a minute.
I made sure to include Luxury Ball. I did not want to get yelled at.
oh, trust me. If you're when your only level X was Luxray as well, if you hadn't have included Luxury Ball, I probably would have yelled at you. Yeah. Not much, but you know. Would have been in jest, but even so, I would have probably gotten at you for that because that would have been very
It's just a
silly.
good card.
Yeah.
Even if it's just getting a Yuxi, if that's draw, that's draw.
Yeah. Luxury Ball turns into a Professor Oak. Like, dude.
Yeah, the ratio on here is very flexible, but we've already said, but we already know that. It's not really an error to point out, it's just thinking.
Yeah, I don't think I would take out any of the gains at this point for it though, because we've just added, like, you know, an important card that wants energy gain, right? So I wouldn't cut down on that at all at this point. I think that's reasonable. And then, yeah, this monstrosity. I liked it, though. Go on.
Belt, just because there are occasions where being able to hit 80s...
I was thinking more belt.
Yeah.
There's situations where it can be useful.
Yeah, Pepper wants more cowbells in here, so...
More cow.
Yes,
Cowbell.
I went there. I went there.
I imagine Tauros these days might appreciate a good belt.
just does more damage when you put damage on it like that. So
Does Tauros also get Headlong Rush?
no.
That's a shame.
In the card.
Yeah.
I was trying to give it cow stripes, but
oh dear. Yeah.
I don't think I did too bad for a completely original creation.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, obviously it puts on an absolutely insane amount of pressure with this stuff there, and it's just like, yeah, honestly it was a, well, shit, what am I supposed to do? I mean, obviously, again, if I'd have been able to establish the other Totodile, I think I could have done better earlier than just like last prize, but, you know, cutting it a little close.
I didn't think I could get to what I needed in the time.
No, I think you were perfectly right to, especially because of the fact if I'd taken out both Luxray at that stage, I think you were perfectly right to hang it up at that stage. Like, I don't know what you really would have done. I was down at, what, like 2 prizes left after that turn because of the belt? Yeah. So, yeah, just two attacks from either of the guys. You know, 130 in the active, 160 on the bench. This guy is gigantic, like, holy crap. I know that
a lot of the changes they've done here is to give it more endgame play to help avoid that kind of situation.
Yeah, we definitely, both of us ended up playing that as well as we possibly could off of it, to be honest. Like I said, I really didn't want to evolve that Blastoise when I did, but I looked at it going, oh, you literally just have to, you know, go Luxray level X next turn and just gust up the Squirtle and I'm completely dead. As much as I didn't want this one in play, I had to. There was no other way I could do it. So
I was trying to do that.
I know. So I really was just in a spot going, there is no other way.
You actually did a really good judge, by the way.
What did you have?
I had the energy and I had Felicities. Or not Felicities, Bebes.
Yeah, so you could have grabbed, yeah.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
Right call.
It's rough, honestly. There's a couple of things I would like, obviously, in here. You know, I've only got 1 warp point left, which is a little bit sketch, but I don't really think I can fit more because I really don't want to cut the energy down at all. 1 BTS is mostly a concession, to be honest, because I want to play more Rare Candy in general, because I've got the 2 separate stage 2s. I don't have a lot of, like, going BTS lines and stuff in here, but also I'm no joke, kind of just expecting most of the decks I'd be playing against to just put it down for me. This is the Verbank Silly Gym argument that we'll have in Gen 5 as well. It's like, oh, I'll need to play my own Verbank because my opponent's going to play it down for me. And that's pretty much true at the moment. If it's a matchup where it's needed, the opponent's going to play it down and I can just use it from there.
My
You know.
worry is Tomb, but
Yeah.
I don't think too bad it's a Tomb.
I've seen lists that suggest up to 3 of these for item lock.
That's understandable, but at the same time, that would it's effectively I would have to start cutting stuff like candy for that, really,
Yeah.
and bulk up the lines as well. So it's starting to get to the point where there's too many parts
And
at
that
that
running Tomb
stage.
yourself.
Uh-huh.
If this deck's running 2 stage 2s, it could totally run Tomb.
It could, but
Oh,
it's
the
not
one thing
that great.
I wasn't sure if that was enough draw cards in there, but it seemed to be fine for the most part. But I
How
think
low
the
to the
third,
ground this looks fine. Like,
yeah,
it throws down to help find your energy, and full Cyrus, so yeah, your energy's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, it's essentially just hitting that first supporter, really, isn't it? It's the against most decks is the main thing. Obviously, against other SP decks, it can get complicated because if they spray Yuxi, blah blah blah. But that's just the nature of the the formats matchups,
I
right?
guess the other question is, do I still need the call energy?
I was looking, I was thinking, does this want to be Cyclones for 2?
That's what I was thinking.
This is an item heavy list because it's SP and Tomb is obnoxious.
Yeah, Cyclone's possible. Even just more basic lightning could be a thing.
Yeah, 3 with 4 Cyrus, 3 Bebes is pretty short.
But Cyclone's not a terrible idea.
I didn't really have issues finding the lightning, but
Well, my issue, I'm thinking is more that you'll run out of search targets at some point. No, the deck's
Yeah.
aggressive enough that probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I can certainly
Probably
certainly understand though. Yeah, that'll be one we'll have to test because, like, how often can you actually get to it when you need it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
They, not, like, yeah, you 3 pawns, but
should
Yeah,
I just go for the second one then?
I think it's a preference call. Late game search targets versus Tomb counters.
Yeah, I think it's
Tomb
more
is a problem, but if I can snap attack a spare tomb, it's not happy.
still doing 40 to it, yeah. So it's not getting a lot off of that. Yeah, I think it's mostly a case of long term versus short versus like short term off it, right? It's like if you want more targets and potentially just more Luxray attacking, then you might want otherwise. But the Cyclone energy is definitely very disruptive at the start of the game, so this is probably something I've been criminally underusing in general, to be fair, so, you know. And also just late in the game, it could be like, okay, Cyclone energy, I've got nothing on the bench I want to bring in, and it's just like, well, fuck, you know, prize given up, but I can't do anything about it, right?
Yeah, another potential way to end the game.
Yeah, definitely good showing off of it though, and I mean it kind of just shows, even in this era, how difficult it is to play a stage 2 deck, right? Because, like, holy hell was I getting wrecked for that entire game. You had me at
I don't
5
remember if
prizes.
anyone else had similar ideas with this. I couldn't find any lists for it, but
I think most of the lists like this were running Stabilize instead. But the Chen Lock type list, for example, is very similar in overall goal to this. That has an SP engine with Garchomps and a lead designed to donk things.
I've heard that Chenlock is surprisingly hard to play, though.
It is relatively complicated from my own brief thing of it. I've not touched it in the end because I played like, oh god, I played it once against a Luxchomp from Utah. That was a terrible idea because that game took like an hour and a half. solo, and that was with me actually being able to control both sides so I could play the game quick on it as well. That was horrible. You know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Right, do you want to try this out against Pepper then, or?
You should play against Pepper.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I've had a game on stream. You should have one as well.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if you wanted just to test the changes and the stuff there, but that is totally.
I still
fine
need to
by
do
me.
some thinking.
That's okay.
I can play against you on stream. Can't come just watch from.
No, it's fine. Make
All
it
right.
even.
Uh,
Make it even.
Really good.
Let me move over then.
Besides, I can't give Cal this role, unfortunately.
That's fair, but it's okay.
There is the show hand option, but
Yeah, it's awkward and clunky, and it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Do not have a basic, but I don't know how much that gives away apart from... Oh my god, he's playing supporter cards.
And Rainbow
and
Energy.
a level X.
Yeah, shocking.
Okay.
3 Pond.
Yeah, that's quite a few. Did you take them all? Or...
Cool.
Yeah. Alright. This hand's kind of good, I think. Sure, we'll do that. Alright, what would you like?
Sableye.
Sure. Sableye it is.
Well, not dying to
It's
Sableye.
probably better for me than it is for you, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thinking, I can't do much against this.
Yeah, I mean, I have been messing around with this quite a
Drop
lot,
down
so...
And impersonate.
Yep. Nah, this has been kind of one of those. I've been looking at this for a while and trying to tweak it out. So this is, I think, version 5 at this point on my own numbering. I don't know if that's actually still accurate, but oh, great! You have my last game then.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think I have very many things that hit you super effective in this deck. So. Hey, pal. We came back from five prizes to 1 with. Oh yeah, okay. We came back from 5 prizes to 1 against a crazy donk
It's not
thing.
the original plan, but
Oh, fuck you. All right.
Oh,
Of course you flip both.
I'll send the list to Pal.
Bullshit, dude.
Discord.
This hammer's gonna absolutely fucking destroy you as well. Yeah, fuck you. Like, seriously.
that was not my original plan. I got prized. but-
Yes, it was. You were always gonna flip 7 heads on that. Ah! Fucking annoying. Whatever. We'll draw, I guess. Yeah, we'll throw fucking energy down, doesn't matter. Play the ultimate zone, Volkner for 5. Bench 1 and go.
Presents.
No, you're not allowed to play that. After getting double heads on initiative, you're not allowed to play that. Seriously, it had to be exactly 2 heads and nothing else. That's so
No,
fucking
that's-
stupid.
Larvitar, Absol.
Yeah, whatever.
Full Stadium.
Yeah.
Special Dark. Retreat out. Main attack active 30.
Sure. Alright, we'll draw. If there was any justice in this world, I'd have a DC and your soul would be erased right now. Whatever. Level X. Pots. Get the fuck out of here. Kill the active. I should bench a couple first, to be honest, because I do have them, in case you initiative my ass again. And we will draw our first.
Pupitar.
Yep.
Larvitar. No, it's on the Pupitar. 55.
Yep.
Radar.
Yep.
That's all.
This is where I like Volkner and energy pickup and just obliterate it again. It would be very funny. It's not gonna happen, but it would be funny. Yep. Yeah, it's a basic, not a special dog. Okay.
Base.
Yep.
Pull one in. Get an Oopsie.
Okay. Seems alright. Seems like that hand's going somewhere next turn. Okay. Seems like this hand should be going somewhere. I've just got to work out how. So with one stadium down, unfortunately, that's probably fine. What is there? There's a dark, okay. Sorry, somebody stopped me doing the deck search, so I don't know how many I've got in there at the moment, so that's what I've got to just keep track of. Alright, let's go fighting on you. Probably... yeah, probably expert bow down on that. Faulkner draw 4. Beginning door. Okay, that's fine. Which one's best here? Probably you, I think, is the best general one here. And yeah, since we got the 6 types down now, we will Ripple Swell. It's only going to be for 4, but that's better than nothing. So yeah, let's match types as much as we can. And go ahead.
One deck you do fucking nothing again.
Get wrecked. Oh dear. I mean, I don't think I can one-shot that one though, unfortunately. The most I can do in one go is 100 plus 30, so it's a little annoying, but whatever.
Great. Okay. Level X, start ascend.
Flip 3 coins, lost zone, top deck for each one. Okay, so 1 to the lost zone. That's actually really good for me at this point. What do I care about getting more of these things out when I already have the full gamut, right?
5.
Yep.
Hit the gain.
Yep.
Looks ball.
Yep. Ooh. Someone's got rare candy in that hand.
I wish.
Why the hell are you picking that up then?
Did I mention my prizes are terrible?
Bold of you to assume that thing's surviving.
Or do you think I have much choice, Paul? Roseanne's.
Yeah, because this whole thing's been done pre-supporter, so yep. Seems legit.
Not ascend.
Yep.
Discuss.
So that's 60.
Yep.
Seems alright. We will draw. DCE zone to bump stadium. Really wish I could attach both, to be honest, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is one of those spots where it's like, if I could guarantee that I'd be able to get the energy to, or not the energy, if I could guarantee that I'd be able to get the level X to shift over, I would probably do so and just start hitting with a fighting one, but I can't, so let's go Volcano draw free. I mean, that's pretty funny, but it doesn't quite get there. So in that case, we will shift a fire up and nuke the Larvitar.
Old Stadium.
Yep. Okay, that one might actually sting a little bit considering he's 2 gone already, but But again, you're the only one who's going to play like 60 stadium cards, so you know.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar.
Yep.
Special dark on this Tyranitar. Not the Slugger Notice. That's for KO.
Yep. This is where it gets awkward over what's coming up now. I'm gonna promote a thing, and then I'm gonna top deck, and I'm gonna be like, God fucking damn it, I should have promoted the other thing. That's how this always goes. Yeah, I think I probably gotta play a little bit safe here, at the very least. Okay, I am not going, God damn it, I should have done the other thing, so that's a good start. Let's go dual ball. Yeah, okay. I gotta be honest, I don't even know if I wanted to hit that. Because it's like, what difference is that making at the moment?
Optimal dual ball double tails do not reveal you're out of things to search.
I mean, you're wrong. I'm not out of things to search. But, you know. If I was out of things to search that quickly, I'd be a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. Okay. Where do we go with this? It's just kooky knowing what I have here anyway. I guess we could probably just grab that. It seems fine enough. Yeah, we'll grab that one. Spoilers, it's got 0 retreat with the thing up, that's why. That's the whole plan! We will attach a dark, we will... yeah, we'll go for pawn here.
Actually wonder why I didn't promote Dark then, because it also got 0 retreat off the thing.
Yeah, but it's got less HP. Okay, now I can say, God damn it, I wish I did the other thing. But I would have also not had my energy attached for turn, so I guess it's fine either way. Yeah, we're just gonna be turning here, just thinking. Cause the thing, alright, so if I see this, here's the thing with it, right? It's like if I do go into the thing, then into the other one, like he's only got 70 HP, so you just attach one more, and then that goes down. That's the whole like reason not to get the other one. I've not seen DC yet, but I guess that's possible. Yeah, we'll just go there. So it's 30 plus the switch for me, which is a mandatory switch too. So. Such is the way.
Adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Dark, draw 4. Short dark.
Yeah.
Making damage.
And it at least forces you to do that, which is, yeah.
Yeah, make them have it. That's it. Always a good idea.
Yeah, because it's like
Yeah,
if you could have just put a basic dark down on the otherwise, and it would have been a lot worse for me, I think. So. Yeah, the annoying plus on this thing is actually the thing that's going to be saving this, because otherwise I just eviscerate it with the ground one, but I can't do that, so...
Yep, no, do 80, take KO.
Yep. So I guess we're just going to go back in with you. Alright, we will draw. Yeah, okay. Collector. I was very far out of targets. Alright, this time this guy's going down, because I don't think it's going to matter either way from here. So... yeah. Just thinking where the best other bit is here. Oh, see, it's going to be agonizingly short either way, which is a bit annoying. Kind of feel like I'm running out of options if I don't do it this way, so I guess we will. I maybe should have done this last turn as well, but I don't think it's going to matter too much in the long run. Because I have Expert Belt, I think I will actually put it down here. DC on this guy, and we'll do 50 with the Lightning turn and switch. Here. Yeah, I've been trying to think of like how relevant the 50 versus 30 is on that Absol. It's probably quite relevant given that it's only got 100 instead of the usual 110, but it's my own decision, so whatever. It'll be fine.
Cyrus?
Yep. Lucian, okay, yep. Yeah, I mean it makes sense if there's a lot of powers accelerating to this T-Tower, it can just sit there and then Lucian can move stuff over. Yeah, I get that.
Yep, so Lucian's game dark. Basic dark on the Sableye.
So you can Lucian that around, yep. I've got you in a really nasty spot here, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll burn the radar.
Sure.
They'll search.
Okay.
KO.
Yep. Alright. We will draw. That's cool, but I don't know if I need it right now. But I mean, I'm gonna use it anyway just because it's there. Let's go... Yeah, we can burn this. We'll go Collector. Because, yeah, spoilers, I'm still not out of targets. Now I'm out of the targets, but that's a lot of guys. So let's throw that down. Level X. Attach. Prize count for 100. I have an expert belt on. If you have more prizes left than the opponent, this attack does 80 damage for 2. I have the Dark on, so that takes it over. Yeah, like I said, I had you in a really tough spot there. Like, if you don't take the prize, then I just go and kill you with the break ground one, because it's got a belt on it. If you do take a prize, I just prize count kill it. And now I've got 140 HP arc in the active, so...
Larvitar.
Yep.
Candy. Tyranitar.
The boy, he's here. He's gonna do jack shit, but he's here.
Right. Yeah, this deck is kind of designed such a way that assumes the opponent has powers. So that was like the one thing I didn't want to see.
Yeah, well, you Cyrus initiated me for my life at the start of the game. You don't get to complain.
Oops, no powers.
Like, you double heads me out of both of my basic searches at the start of the game. You do not get to complain here.
Darkness.
Yep.
Lucians.
Yep.
Those two over.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it's going to do absolutely nothing, because that is pretty big, but... Thing is, it's going to need a belt in order to actually, like, keep up, right? Yeah, and then I just kill it with something else here instead, so... Still not amazing.
This. This card can do 60.
Sure. 60 it is. We will draw. Okay, so it's not entirely over just yet, which is awkward. If only because I will need one more level X before I can say it's fully over. Which I should still have. Yeah, I've got plenty of stuff left yet. Man, this hand is very colourful, I'll give it that much. Currently looking at yeah, and see, here's the thing, if I had the expert belt on earlier, like I probably should have had, this would have had 50 on it, and I could have just lightning turn for KO here. So I think I did mess up by not putting that belt on a turn earlier, because I could have preserved the energy, made it so much easier here. But instead, I have to play a little bit more hardball on this one, which I guess is fine. We never want it to be too easy, right? It's weird. Okay, what was the... I'm gonna have to just say it because I have one of these in hand. What was the thing with this again? It's like, can I play it if I have, so long as I discard a card here? I don't remember if it's playable on 7 or not. I'm pretty sure it was, right?
Take out the rulings.
I'm not sure if this is what I actually want to do anyway, but I'm just going through thinking, is that a legal action in the first place?
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. Yeah, because the discard is technically optional, I suppose, so makes sense.
I don't like that ruling, but that's what it said.
No, it's fine. I'm not disputing it. I just wanted to make sure before I do something else here. Okay, let's do this instead then.
Chat for it.
I'm going to bump the Stadium of Ultimate Zone because I can't use it for retreating anyway right now. Yeah, it really is just annoying because it's like, obviously I don't want to put any more energy on this guy, so that's not happening. Lightning turns doesn't get the kill. I could Ripple Swell and kill something, which is fine. But again, I'm just looking at this going, I really need another level X to work with here. Let's see what we can do about that. I'm gonna punt here. It was a ruse the whole time. Alright. Sure. Could be worse. Could be better looking at this as well, mind you, but that's fine. This is where I whip out like the 3rd expert belt and fast wait for 70 or something. That'd be pretty fun, right? But no, that's not happening here. So I think what probably is I think we'll pay retreat. We'll go out to this one. We'll use the ultimate zone to shift the stuff up. And we will Bright Flame for KO. And not have to discard, okay. Well, it forces you to guarantee bringing this in and get the kill with it that way, so... Basically, level X next turn and I win, otherwise, I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go.
Stadium.
Yep. We always knew that was happening, because you play 700 Stadium cards. Again, most lists don't play more than 2, so... Just in general, this is the only list that's gonna play like all of its cards as stadiums. Most lists don't play more than 2, so you got very lucky on that aspect of it. And also the fact that I had to play a stadium first, you got very lucky on that, so... Did I not take my prize? I did not, did I? No. Thank you, pal. Sorry about that.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, how quickly can I make you concede this?
Oopsie.
Yep. I'll tell you now, there is an exceptionally high chance I kill you next turn. We're just on board. Not really.
KO.
Yes, this is with Power Claw, yeah, so it's just not affected by other stuff, right. Yep, so that's one prize, and then... Do we get it? There's like 4 cards that do it, and that is wow. There's like actually a lot of cards that do it. To be honest, I'm just gonna go ahead and spread these out down here. We can see just how many cards would have won me that. 2 beginning doors, 2 level X's left. 1 Premier Ball was prized, but that would have worked as well. So
expert belt, isn't it?
yeah, it kills of expert belt because I just use Ripple Swell and I kill active. I had 2 burnable Poke Gears and a Volkner as well as the Call Energy. So I was drawing 6 along with my 1 for turn. I had 2 hard outs plus the hard out plus the plus like 4 ways of getting to the thing from there. So there realistically was a very, very high chance no matter what that I'd get it. You actually judged me out of it, so like fair play on that one. But yeah, there
Yeah,
was
my
like
pride is what made my Sableye was that both my Cyrus and my engineers were prized.
again, you do not get to complain when you robbed me of both of my basic searches at the start of the game with a 2 heads initiative. You do not get to complain about anything in this game.
Nothing anyway. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's certainly a deck to thing with it. Kind of nice in the way that I didn't have to solely rely on the weakness part of this this idea, right? To get things going. So this is probably the final version of this. As much as there's still some bits I don't like in here, but I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. Oh,
So
what's up?
yeah, I was thinking about running the X-Cloud in here, and that would have changed a lot.
Yeah, that would have been annoying for sure, especially because again you had exactly enough like stadium bounces for it, and once again most decks don't play more than like 2, so you know it is what it is. Obviously going down to
this is meant to be pretty aggressive, like start Sableye or Absol, start putting pressure on immediately, setting up Rush for T-Tar to stun them, or at least force them into awkward choices.
yeah, so I guess it's entirely going back towards this one rather than the Prime. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was my idea. It was just an idea I came up with because I realized the Absol and this actually kind of worked together. I didn't spot it sooner.
Oh, because you like discard the Dark, I suppose, and go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah, understandable.
Discard outlet and its early aggression.
Yeah.
It probably could and probably should have been made when Absol came out, but
yeah, honestly. But again, running with what was thing at the time, this was not allowed. So
yeah.
because you know the way that the map being out. So yeah, version 5 of the stuff with it here. I've added the grass one because it's only one game so far, but I keep prizing singletons of the stuff here. I prized 2 of my free singletons otherwise earlier on, which means no Ripple Swell whatsoever until prizes have been taken, which is obviously not very good. You can kind of work around it, but it's super awkward and annoying. So also the fact of this actually deals very well with spread, which is something that Arceus does actually have a lot of trouble with. Something like Abomasnow can actually be really annoying to deal with here. Yeah, this can also be a problem. That wasn't necessarily the main reason why I was adding it. But obviously it does help the fact that this does spread. I don't think you're ever using Spinning Tail against this deck anyway, because by that point you're one-shotting everything. So I don't think you.
Alive. I would have considered Lucianing to it for it. It probably wouldn't in the end, but I could have considered it.
Nah, because you just at that point you're doing 100 without special darks. You're doing 100 at that point, right? So it's just a case of I don't think you need to at that stage to do it, right? Because yeah, you can kill my bench in 3 turns, I suppose, but I kill you in 2, and you just one shot. So
too many eggs in the one basket. I'd better off saving a Lucian play for a later turn with this guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I put in the grass one as a potential for that. It also resists water, which this deck does actually have trouble with water because 2 Arceus types are weak to it. So, it's like, and one of them's a 2 retreat cast guy too. So, yeah, you could say, play more lightning, but for Alligator, it's not weak to lightning. So, I actually looked at it going, this makes a little bit more sense than I want to admit, but, you know, I obviously can't use its attack too readily. I would love to have more rainbows in here, but I think having the double call energy... Initially, this was free call as well. I had to make a concession to actually fit the Grass Arceus back in, but when I looked at it going, okay, if I prize 2 of these exact free cards, I can't Ripple Swell, period, I need to add at least 1 more to that, and I could have added a second lightning, that is true, but again, for the other reasons, I kind of wanted to add the grass one in here, so we did. A little bit light on the basic energy. There's only 8 at this point. I've seen decks of this play 6, and I'm just like, really? I you don't need a full value Ripple Swell. If you can get 4 to 5 energy, that's still totally fine. So I'm okay with this. I obviously would like more, but I think everyone would like 100 card decks sometimes to make sure they can fit all the stuff they want. We can't have everything, so yeah.
Grass is greener.
What's up?
Grass is greener.
God damn it! Oh my god, can you imagine grass in like a Typhlosion deck or something? Mill all your fire energy into... No. Imagine grass in that new God of War EX deck. Right? Mill like 6 or 7 psychic energy to the discard and just attach them all with that one ability. Crazy. Yeah, we went Dual Ball instead of Great Ball so I can play it at any time, because halfway through that game, if I had Great Ball, I couldn't have played it, and my Volkner would have been a lot weaker. So yeah, that's a thing. 2 gears because it lets me search for the sport stuff. It means I don't have to play 3 Collector, and I still have a reasonable out to Collector at the start of the game, right? Like I got a pretty good odds of either drawing it or drawing a gear to get to it, or drawing a call energy. Like there's a decent amount of outs to start the game, so that's fine. Obviously the raw draw is still super important for this deck. Palmer, I honestly would probably like to have this as a night maintenance instead, but Palmer can be picked up by Pokegear, and that's the only reason I'm still keeping it in. Because I don't often need the full 5 off of this thing, but the fact that I can grab it off of gear makes it a little bit easier to get to, which is I think better here. I've already said the concession of going 3 versus 4 stadiums here, but I think it's honestly fine because most decks that you go against aren't playing like more than 2 or at absolute most 3 stadiums.
Deck is actually pretty light to play first stadium.
Yeah, so I don't generally play first stadium with this deck either. Like I only did it because I had to Volkner for an extra. Oh no, I had Pont, and it was like I'm gonna shuffle it back in, but I'm gonna need it the next turn anyway. So that's the only reason I even played it down in the first place. Normally I hold on to it until after I've done Ripple Swell, so it's actually not that big of a problem in that aspect. So yeah, obviously one would like 4, but I think with the way this deck draws at this point, it's not even that big of a deal to you know, not have that many. And then the last bit is the only 3 level X's at this point as a raw count, because I have 2 Premier Ball now to get them back out the discard or search them from the deck early. So you know, that ended up being a lot nicer as well.
Start the 4 beginning door.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I can get level X's.
Yes, it can. That's what I was getting at the end of the game there. So yeah, because yeah, it was just beginning door, grab the guy. So Ripple Swell, you know, Sky Spear even does 80 instead of the 60 that Breakground would do, and yeah, that gets up to 200 total damage to get over your 180 fatso HP over here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and yeah, I like how much deck search this runs as well, pal. I think this is to me, I think, about the best that this deck can get to at this point. Arguably, you could say the Pokegear is unnecessary, but it lets me run fewer actual supporters, but still have good access to them. This is the sort of count that I have played with basic energy and stuff in the future with Max Elixir, which only looks at the top 6, and you know, you still you get basic energy, you attach it to one of your bench dudes, so same sort of idea. I've run these numbers before and it's worked totally fine, and yeah.
The only worry with gear is that it's a bit softer to Tomb.
Yeah, but I mean, Tomb is also not the worst thing for this deck to like just attack, right? Yeah, it takes a couple of turns, but with 16 energy I can often have 2 in hand anyway, and the only thing that Tomb actually does kind of well against, I guess, is like a level X off of this guy, right? Otherwise it's not really that big of a deal, and really if worst comes to worst I can probably just Sky Spear the thing that Spiritomb evolved in the first place, right? So you know, or Fast Wave is also pretty good into it as well, because that ignores the resistance. So if I can establish that, which again isn't like stupidly likely, but I have a good amount of draw cards, and yeah, I mean, I've still got Collector and shit, so just manually drawing a couple of these and getting a Collector is totally reasonable to expect over the course of the turns that Tomb is getting. So it is a bit softer into it, but this deck is always going to struggle against item lock anyway. That's just the nature of playing item-based search, right? But the deck is too slow if you don't, so that's why it's still got to play dual ball as well. I really wish I could cut this, to be honest, because there are a couple of spaces I would like more of, like even just more gear, but yeah, I don't think it's realistic to cut the dual ball at this point. And yeah, I've been adamant about trying to keep 2 expert belt in this deck because it's too important. You saw there, like I kind of messed up by not putting the belt on the Lightning Arceus the turn earlier, and having your Absol level X be so much frailer into it. Too used to these things having 110, 100 HP is a lot easier for me to hit there, you know.
Yeah.
Nah.
I still don't think it's the most amazing. I think this is the kind of build that's it best, where it tries to play aggressively early game. But 60 base is just so low compared to other SP's level X's.
It's funny because it kind of isn't, apart from Blaziken, right? Because most of them are hitting 60, and Garchomp, but Garchomp needs a DCE specifically to do that. It's actually on par.
You're getting the effect on top, whereas Starter Sten's a bit of a whatever a lot of the time. Like, yeah, sometimes you hit something critical and it's just like you sack them, but...
Yeah, you didn't even hit anything. You hit like a dual ball, was it? Yeah, luxury ball, that's it. Yeah.
It probably helped you more than anything.
Yeah, because it's like, oh look, a card that I probably don't need anymore. You know? It's great. It's not like you hit my last stadium or a DC or something like that. So I'd thinned out the deck of energy pretty well at that point. I think the call energies, the 2 rainbows and 2 DC left in deck, so there weren't that many left to hit. But I'm not finding it hard to get attaches. So, you know. Obviously, there are plenty of weaknesses within this sort of deck as well. If you just don't get an early enough setup, that could be a problem. Sometimes getting these guys killed a little bit too quickly can be an issue. I imagine Snap Attack with a plus power would be very sad for one like this, right? But the deck does have its own inbuilt counter against that, and you saw it yourself too, because I price counted like twice in that game and got 2 knockouts with it. So it's like early. Oh no, it was only the one. It's there was something else. One of my test games I've done like prize count 2 or 3 times and got
prize count good, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I was looking at the setup that I had down, and I was like, yeah, you're screwed either way with this, right? Because it's like, if you don't kill the active, then I retreat out. I had the level X in hand, so I retreat out to Arceus here and break ground you for 110, get the KO there. If you do kill it, then I have the Dark Energy already on the Arceus Lightning, so I just level X that instead and prize count you for 100, and that's yeah. So I kind of had you pinned.
Never take advantage of opponents. Literally every other deck spams powers.
Yeah, I know this is an anomaly for sure. But honestly, though, it's like if you get 3 or 4 energy on this thing, then it's like this is the one thing I can't kill in one hit, right? Is this sort of 130, 140 HP with a plus 30 weakness. Is the one thing that I can't deal with. Like, if I can kill T-Tar Prime, that's not a problem, right? But killing the old one because of the weakness thing is very awkward. It's like
yeah. This could run 101 Expire pretty comfortably, to be honest. If I really wanted to hate on the fighting type stuff.
Which you probably should, because Donphan solos this entire deck.
Yeah,
but, you know.
This deck was built before I realised Donphan could actually be a thing now.
Yeah, the other deck I would have played last round, right? And the main format thing was going to be Kingdra Donphan. So, yeah, that kind of instantly slaughters this entire deck, to be honest. I don't think there's really any.
Options, there's the MT Gyarados we talked about, that could also fit in here, but I don't think there's space for a big line of that, and the Magikarp's going to be awkward.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that either, no. Yeah, especially not when we've seen what else has been... yeah, especially not when we see what else has been built today, you know. But yeah, no, I really wanted to give this deck a proper showing. We partly because of the circumstances of the Arceus set, you know, I played the Magnezone. I was really getting very sick when that one was going up, and then Size deck unfortunately just didn't favor at all into what I was using Arceus for at that point, because I had 2 lightning ones. He was playing Palkia Lock. You know, you be the judge. So yeah, that really didn't. It just wasn't favorable for it. I wanted to give it a good showing, and I think this really showcased what this type of deck can do. Even with that ridiculous start of getting Cyrus Split 2, I had 2 outs to basic Pokemon in my opening hand. That was so annoying.
Yeah, he's like lead judge. It's like an early judge or something. My main is what the first Unstable is supposed to do if it's not donking is to get a Cyrus or an NG to start setting up my actual deck, but they were all prized.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Judge could have been annoying as well, because at least I did have the basic energy to attach, because I ended up going Sky Spear turn 2. So, like, I mean, at the very least, I still had other supporters to play. That was a very exceptional starting hand.
My hand was too good to judge at that point, because I had a bunch of stuff in it.
But leading Collector, Pont, Volkner, and Call Energy and a basic energy in your opening hand is like amazing for this deck, though. You know, just like holy crap, what more do you want, right? Like if you didn't have Sableye and I went first, I had the Call Energy, I could get the stuff down. So Collector, Ripple Swell turn 2. If you do go, you know, most of the time, if you do go like first and I don't, then I've got the Collector Call Energy. I just set it up for the Swell. It's like that hand was absolutely glorious. So yeah.
You mentioned this being added for this T-Tar, but it's actually in the other T-Tar Prime list I was looking at, but didn't run any of this guy. Still ran Illusions.
I could see that.
It poised to move Megaton Tails over, because I think it did run the Moonlight, so you can switch easy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, all the Guardi decks were playing it as well. It's like, I can understand why. It's not a terrible card. Like, taking up the supporter is obviously annoying, but it's not bad or anything. So, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I obviously kept it in because it does work really well with this T-Tar.
Did you guys try out Steelix at all? I don't have the energy to do it, dude. It's just... I was looking and seeing, is there anything remotely, like, interesting I could do with it? And then I just, like, anytime I put the deck down to try and modify it, all motivation just went away. It got Gaia crushed.
It's a really hard thing to edit at this point.
It's not even just that, it's just so fucking boring.
Yeah, I remember Steelix back in Rocket. I built it to mess around with. I played it. I don't want to play anything like it ever again.
And I have my pet deck for the week.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. It's not fun to play, but it's pretty good if you just get the perfect 60. Yeah, I know. I can tell it's that sort of thing.
Just make sure no one's running fire, and you win the tournament.
Probably, anyway. It depends, I guess, on how many heads you flip, because the deck is very prone to just not flipping heads on life herbs and stuff. Right, anyway, that's pretty much enough for me. I do technically have other stuff, but these were the 2 like coolest decks I think to be on. Plus, Sai's got to test his changes and stuff, doesn't he? So I know you've got more than
but
one.
I could also bring the other thing.
Depends what you want to do. Because I know
Actually, I'll just throw it out.
I know Pepper's got more than one thing too, so don't worry about it being like, yeah. Don't worry about it being like an issue there.
If you want to laugh at this thing.
Yeah, so this is an interesting idea at the very least with stuff, right? I think my issue is like, how is the energy going to be like accelerated to the field is always the problem with the stuff here, and it's the same sort of issue I was having with Luxray. But the idea is cool. I mean, if you get to Raichu level X, Voltage Shoot lets you discard 2 from the hand, which the hand is where Electro Recycle here goes to.
Bika Bika.
I'm still gonna call it Bika Bika. Bigaju. Yeah, so Electro Recycle puts the energy back into hand so that the Raichu level X can then go ahead and, discard them for it. The first turn that you have Raichu level X in play, you get 2 attacks off of it, so long as the first one's
It's
Voltage
once
Shoot.
during your... Oh, it is...
Once during your turn, when you put Raichu level X onto Raichu and use Voltage Shoot, so if you do Voltage Shoot as the first attack, and then immediately you get the second attack before the opponent gets to do a thing. Which can just be like, Slice for 0 or something, or like Split Ball if you want to preserve some energy.
The idea is Burst Ball, so you knock out a Claydol on the bench and then you just demolish their active.
Which is really cool. The problem then becomes like, what's the follow-up turn, right? Because that's 3 attaches that you've had to do in order to get to that point, and then it's like, where do we go from there? This is the main reason I haven't played Raichu level X like at all yet, is because I don't know the answer to that. It's like, where do we go from there?
Yeah, like Raichu's like the electric decks in general are just really sad about rotation between this and Nivea.
Yeah, like if this Burst Ball would be pretty cool with Electivires down on the bench, right? Because the Secret Wonders one that attaches from the discard to itself. It's like bad Naganadel because it can only do lightning, but it's still Naganadel, so, and yeah, like, because this discards from anywhere, so you could basically keep your energy on the Raichu and then just go from there. The main problem, I think, is maybe even less of that, and more of just like, as soon as this 90 HP Dinky Dude goes down, you've lost your free energy on the active, and it doesn't matter how good the Electivire's recovery is on that, because the energy's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah, like you need, like, it means you need a better next step with the Prime, but then the things rotate.
Yeah, it's like you need Lucian at that point to get the energy off of the Electivire back to your main attacker, and again, your main attacker is only 90 HP. If you were going to do something like that, you would be better off playing like Magnezone at that stage.
Yeah.
Which I have considered in the past.
Yeah, like, if you ran Magnezone, you'd probably thin the lines out a bunch.
Yeah.
3, 4, 2, 2 probably, because you really want the level X, unless you're running a bunch of Premier Balls.
You probably actually don't even need this guy that much. I realize, so we technically, the plusle over here is the other bit that works with this. If one of your guys gets KO'd, then you can just energy retrieval, right? And that's the thing that would get you back to the Raichu level X.
There's also the stadium, I guess, but you probably want to be on BTS too much to run the Bori Stadium.
Stadium's also on a coin flip, which is not great. But yeah, at that point, the Magnezone is attaching from the discard to your active. It does put damage counters down, which is concerning, but you would actually probably play the Heart Gold Soul Silver Raichu instead, which is 2 lightning, 100 discard all lightning on itself. And that actually gives you, with Magnezone, that gives you a more consistent like attack you would do. But, of course, that requires playing it as a Stage 2 thing. It does change the lines up considerably.
I think the worry at that point is it really worth running the Raichus when the Magnezone is just good enough on its own?
Is it, though? Because the one that does the accelerating has Gyro Ball, which is a good attack, don't get me wrong, but it certainly doesn't score the big hits that Raichu does. You could mitigate that by playing the other one, but then we're starting, the one that does like 120, but then we're starting to get... And then it starts going into a Magnezone deck, not a Raichu deck, which,
No, I suppose, we talk about dropping Electro Recycle, you do get a lot of space when you can cut the Pichus.
Yeah. There are ways of doing the stuff where, and there is
actually, I need to check the legality on this, because there is another Pikachu I saw.
Heart Gold
the
Soul Silver promo.
Collection Pikachu.
Yeah, it's a Heart Gold Soul Silver promo one that's a 70 HP plus 10 fighting weakness one. Is probably the best overall Chew. If you're not...
It's not actually in the... I think it's not actually in the API. It's one of the few cards that's not.
The one I'm talking about is.
Oh yeah, I know, but there's a Pikachu with a draw a card as an attack.
Yeah, okay.
It is 50 HP, so...
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. The 70 HP one's got... I think it's on a coin flip, but it's like accelerate from deck to itself or something on a flip. which seems pretty
Yeah,
good.
the recharge one's pretty good, yeah. How's that HCSS card with weakness plus 10? That makes no
I
sense.
know! I was looking at that, going like, what?
Was it a late print or something in Japan?
It was like well, it might have been a late print in terms of it being like it was supposed to come out early, but got pushed back in production. But it clearly looks like a Heart Gold Soul Silver card in terms of its artwork, and yeah, it's a very early promo in the numbers too. I know there's not many, but it's like one of the first ones.
It was a DPP promo in Japan.
Guess that makes sense, yeah. It's like department store Go, though. It looks like a Heart Gold Soul Silver card.
Yeah.
And I will, yeah, I will still say that should have been a HDSS thing.
Is it the same artist? It probably is.
Probably. But yeah, all of this is significantly changing the idea that you know, this deck has as at its core. So I don't know if that's even like the way you'd want it. But you know, was this off of that Twitter account?
Yes.
Yeah, it was what I was thinking. And you know, you want to know how I know that?
Luxury ball?
There's no luxury ball in here.
Well, time to get the torch and pitchforks. Also, yes, it's the same artist as Department Store Girl.
Nice. The one thing like I really don't like about the way that accounts lists are built is you look at the supporter lineup for it, right, and it's just like Max Baby, Max Roseanne, and like nothing else really. The free judge even aren't really going to be doing shit for drawing cards, right? So it just seems so awkward, you know. All of their decks are just Claydol or bust and nothing else, right? Feels real bad to me, but yeah, every time something dies, you get... I've used this before, too. It is actually pretty good, but...
Yeah.
It was quite a long time ago that I used it, but I think it was in, like, the Majestic Dawn, maybe? I think
the mine at least feels weird.
Yeah. Now, see, this reminded me of Oricorio GX down at the end of Gen 7, where it's like, that was a 170 HP 2-prizer that granted you drew 3 cards, but same condition, if one of your guys was KO'd on your opponent's last turn, you just draw 3 as a hard once per turn. And yeah, that was effectively the same thing, but just on a 2-prizer at that point, so even more risk, you know. And it did see some play. It wasn't completely out of the format, so this reminded me quite heavily of it, and I did actually play it when it came out. But it is rotating, so rip. And I mean, this is a pet peeve again, but all of the decks off of that account are using like 1 Spiritomb as well, and I'm just like, what's the point, you know? It seems so fruitless. Does the Pichu at least have no retreat? No, it does not. So it's like, what is the point of just playing 1 Spiritomb? I mean, even almost especially in here, like, what is Spiritomb doing, right? You kind of, ideally, you don't want to bench too many Pikachu without evolving anyway, based on this. But you can't put a Pichu down and Spiritomb it into Pikachu. It literally doesn't work like that. So what, you going from like Pikachu to Raichu, I guess? Or Claydol, and that's like it. What is it even doing in here?
It's Claydol searching, because this deck is Claydol or bust.
Yeah, but that's still so bad.
And then say what?
As a one-off, it's still terrible. But that might just be me. I mean, if we really wanted to work on a concept like this, I'm sure we could do something with it, but probably would look very different in the end to the way this is set up right now. I'd be tempted to like, you'd need more energy in it, but I'd be tempted to adapt the format of my Kingdra Donphan deck to this, to be honest, because it's a stage 2 and a stage 1 thing. It'd be like the Magnezone and Raichu thing. Obviously, fighting is always a bit of an issue with that, but not a lot we're gonna do about that. At least Sunny Shore lets you do something to them, but you still don't kill Donphan anyway, so it's a bit tough. But there are a couple of good Magnezones to use within that, though. The metal one isn't as strong as an outright attacker, but it lets you search for a lightning or metal Pokemon once per turn, right? So that could be really helpful for here. The level X for energy transferring can be quite nice. So in theory, there is a structure that can be used for something using Raichu, but again, it would be a very different build to this. I'd be
Like that, but might like, it's better in the future, like after rotation, then, because you don't need to worry about the beakers so much.
Maybe. I don't
Depends
know.
on what you're doing. Whether if you want to use the Prime or not, I guess. The Raichu Prime.
Raichu Prime is real cool, but doesn't necessarily play like super great with the current acceleration stuff, right? Because it moves energy from anywhere to itself, but
to that point, and again, it's just that's a very different build, separate to this very different build.
yeah. No, the problem with like the Raichu Prime thing is more that the Magnezone only accelerates to the active. It's not like a Typhlosion where it goes anywhere. So it's like its power kind of doesn't matter, and then its attack is you have to have 2 Magnezone and an attach every turn, or you can't use it, right? Which is very rough. that's a tough ask to fuel that many turns in a row.
So we play a game, or we just talking about our decks? Because
I mean, I'm
probably get one in.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to see how this goes down. Whether this side of things goes in or not, we'll see, because it's been like 2 and a bit hours. But it doesn't matter, because we need to get this tested out at least. So
that's the ball.
All right.
Bears! Bear spotted!
There is Bear.
It indeed a bear.
I figured you'd already said you were doing stuff this way, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother. There's a few decks that I was looking potentially at that I just ended up like not being bothered to build. Lantern as a whole, like 3 or 4 different ways, there's like, nah, can't be asked.
Sableye.
Heads up, stabilize. Heads up, they'll stabilize.
Yeah, heads or sables.
What's the chance of you killing?
Not 0.
Also, yeah, like rather low though, because Sableye does resist colorless. It's possible, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly not that easy.
Staring down an Ambipom at least.
He did just.
It's a look very blind. I'd probably like assuming if I didn't know you were Ambipom donk deck. This look tray tells me so little. I would probably just go straight for the impersonate here.
Yeah, because it's like you wouldn't necessarily be expecting double like, you know, 3 damage mods plus the DC or gain basic here, right? It's very tough to have that amassed. So I completely understand that. Ooh. Spicy.
Very spicy.
Well, that tells me you probably already got like a basic search in hand if you're discarding that. Oh boy.
Fight the active.
Uh-oh.
You should die at the bench.
SP radar. Putting that.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. This is rough.
Danger.
Cyclone Energy, Energy Gain, Poketurn.
You need to be stopped. Holy
Damn it.
fuck.
It's like, you have an Oopsie in hand, you don't play one!
That could have happened with any version of Warlock's deck, right?
Yeah,
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
don't want to do that, I want to just start.
You were greedy and I had to punish.
Pal has literally just said, "This is what I came to see, Cal." No caps. This is why we play this format.
Yeah, like, those I have an Oopsie and I'm looking down at Luxray hands are scary.
It just feels wrong to bench it in that spot though, right?
Yeah, I guess if it wasn't Ambipom, then sure that they've shown they're playing it, but Luxray could be anything. Literally anything.
That was very funny though.
I met a noob, but if I was going in blind, I don't think you'd play that defensively against the Luxray lead.
That is a basic.
This is a hand.
Alright, is it heads or sableye?
It is heads.
Ah. Brr. If only you could play it.
Fire.
Oh my god. Imagine if you
Take
could.
down.
Yeah, imagine if you
40.
could. It's 40. Yeah, because you're weak to Colas. I was
Right,
literally about to
sorry.
say, imagine if you could play items on turn 1 and you could expert belt that for 80.
Right, you have 50 left.
Oh my god. Are we about to earthquake this man for his entire existence?
We're about to do something.
Oh god. You can't keep getting away with this, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
but it is what this is meant to do.
Yeah, I get it. But
What the fuck? I
Yeah.
only have 2 of these.
that's pretty rough as well.
Yeah, like, I had the belt as well. If I was allowed to play that belt, it would have gone the other way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, I mean, that wasn't entirely why I said it. I just looked at how much damage that did go, wait, if you could, that would be ridiculous. I suppose this is why, Cold Punch is so good, right? From the Chansey?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Heads or
DC...
sableye?
Heads.
Okay, well, at the very least, this isn't killing you on the first shot, but, I mean, Poketurn and stuff could still be a thing. Also, petition to call it Tails Belie and not say, you know.
Yeah, I should be getting you donkey limit is. Yep, I will do the 20. I should. Oh, right.
Roseanne's research.
I should probably count myself lucky at the very least that if I did play Arceus against this, it would be significantly harder to kill a lot of those in one turn, on the first turn, than it is to do this shit. Although not that much harder if you've got the if you've got it like early, but
Ping the active. Poketurn active. Energy gain.
That's a
That's a
Poketurn.
Poketurn, sir.
Oh wait,
You've
sorry,
already got
I
energy gain in there.
already put it. Sorry. Poketurn,
Da, 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 da.
bite.
Wow.
Is that the feeling that is it a misplay to take down turn 1 without another
Maybe.
basic against random SP?
Just pass. Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't seem to be working out in your favor.
Yeah, like you want to get the first counter down. Maybe I probably was a misplay because I did have the rainbow in hand, and an SP lead isn't going to judge me or anything.
Hey,
Not
Twinkle
unless it's
Hut.
very desperate. Not unless
Twinkie Hut, sorry. I's and L's on Twitch chat, by the way, are like annoyingly, like on the names and everything, are annoyingly similar. We'll just say.
Well-
Right. 1 second. I wish that was a mole.
Oh damn! I can't kill you on the first turn. It's terrible news.
that's where I play basics.
Alright, I'll take another one. Heads or tail eye?
Heads.
Okay, I was gonna say it probably isn't helping that you're going first every single game as well, right? So, you know.
Yeah, like, can I stop doing that, please, Goose?
I suppose that's the disadvantage of even running Sableye in the first place, isn't it? But
Psychic Restore, do not put back.
Okay.
I feel like the Yuxi's relatively safe at this point.
yeah, I don't think it's dying turn 1.
Engineers. Stratify it. Draw 4.
Yes, Furball, I know you're there.
BTS is going down.
Okay.
Little bear. Big bear.
No, Legend Box is straight after Worlds, unfortunately, pal. It's in the next set.
Rainbow.
How did you do the show hand bit for it here anyway? Because
Right click your own hand is new show hand option.
and then it's you show it to
You get a
the
colour
particular
wheel.
player. Yeah. Whoa. Wait, that's even better. I thought you said we could do that.
Pelios, Pokecom.
It's only one
Put
person
in
at a time.
Fair
Put in
enough.
half a Raikou.
No, it's alright. It's just
Furball, get
because
down.
it's just because Pepper was showing hand at the time, and I was looking at it going, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. And you know, being able to see the thing, but no, it just straight up made Game Master off of it. So yeah, that's neat.
Okay.
Yes, Furball.
Still getting this. Oopsie.
Yep.
Dukes for 5.
Yep. Yes, I know you're there, Furball. Stop.
What point?
Okay.
Spice.
Pass.
Yeah, Lucario isn't exactly the ideal thing to have in the active, is it? So...
Cyrus's Conspiracy.
Yeah, no, definitely a defensive walk point, but
Hey, I mean, it happens, you know. Kind of do need them sometimes.
I didn't want to risk Cyndaquil dying at this point.
God damn it, Pal just put feels bears man in the chat. I'm like, that's so good for no reason. Ah! Almost as shit, why didn't I think of that moment?
Yes, for a ball, I can hear you.
I think the only Bears deck I ever played was Team
Actually,
Plasma.
wait, no, I don't want that.
Was Team Plasma Bear Tick, which was never good, but it was funny. So
Yep. Party supporter. An interesting choice for a hand like that. Is an interesting.
I mean, Cyrus is one of those cards that you can potentially, if you've got other supporters in hand, you can plan like 4 turns ahead, right? And just be like, okay, I'm playing these in this particular sequence in my own head now, from my own head, going, all right. In 3 turns time, I am going to need the supporter that I picked up and this turn.
Radar?
Yep.
Yes, I didn't say bad. I said interesting.
Oh yeah. Yo! Petals League had a guy who used to meme with bears at Battle Roads. Apparently got top 4 of the 40-person Battle Roads with the bears. So, there you go.
I assume that doesn't apply to level X.
No, leveling up is not evolving.
Just making sure before I make
Yeah.
a mistake.
No, it's...
Can you imagine if SP could just mill slam their look raised?
Poke turn the active. And we will Psychic Restore, putting in the Yuxi.
Be grateful there wasn't an expert belt on there. Because that would have killed.
Yep.
There's a Lucario, so...
Which one do I put in?
Oh, you beat him in the top card of that turn. That's fine, pal. It's okay.
Retreating when attaching. You don't have Moonlight. You can't really do both here without a Warp Point.
I did burn at one point, so.
Yeah, there is also that.
Thinking.
If I do Warp Point, you're going to Lucario anyway.
Yes.
Which would be hard to switch, and if someone was just shown a Warp Point, that would be unlikely.
Yeah, I have a couple of decks that have like maybe either 2-2 split or 3-1 when I need a heavy switch count in the deck. Because I do like regular switch as well in a lot of lists, but yeah. Yeah, you play Donphan against Bears, yeah, what realistically are you gonna do except kill him?
I mean, this bear is a big problem right now.
Look at that
This
glinting
always
claw.
happens, DCE. That always happens.
It's a very glinty claw, no wonder it's a problem.
The pont.
See, even just having access to that card is so good now. Pont is such an awesome card. Oh, yeah, no, you actually don't... I don't think there is an option to play foreign language stuff in tabletop, per se. Sorry, I missed a question for that.
Photon. You need the image files.
What are you putting back in?
Oh yeah, sorry. Putting back in Stabilize.
Yep.
Sorry. I got distracted. I was thinking about the foreign language stuff.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
no,
load
it's...
whatever images of whatever cards you can find.
Fair enough. No, because of Twinkie Hearts just has asked a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, I forgot. missed a thing. Yeah, it's like I wonder if I can play with my Japanese cards in this online game. You don't play with your own physical cards on this one. The cards are all within the mod itself. But yeah, I'm sure if you had
Alright.
sure if you had the scans and stuff for it, you could probably import your own.
It probably
instead.
exists. I know there's actually a Chinese translation of these boards that exist. Someone took my boards and translated it to Chinese.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Alright, how spicy do we want to be? Choose one, so that's fine. Pokemon Reversal?
This isn't the Pokemon trading card game online. Oh god. How much do you want to provoke the bear? This isn't.
I would need a lot to get the bear down.
Yeah. This isn't PTCGO, so we do
I think
not.
I can do it.
You probably can. Thing
So
is,
bring
do
in the
you-
bear.
Okay. I was gonna say, do you need it in the active spot for that? Yeah, no. So this is Tabletop Simulator, not the trading card game online. So the code card stuff doesn't matter here. It's both not necessary and
Frozen.
yeah, we don't don't even use them. So
I was playing with these Gen 4 cards at all. They're not even in anything like PTCGO.
yeah, most
the
of them
bear?
aren't. Heart Gold
Right.
Soul Silver technically is, but yeah.
Fight the bear?
Where are we going from here?
This is hard because I either need a DCE or I need a gain and energy.
Yeah. So we know you searched Yuxi with a Roseanne, so it's like, do you Yuxi for 4 and go for the, as you say, either the DCE or the gain, or do you go for the 5th card, but it has to then be energy gain only that you get, right? Because you've attached
I
energy.
think. No, I haven't attached energy yet.
Yeah, I'm saying if you put the 5th card, right, to
Yeah.
draw 5 from Yuxi, because you've the energy there that you were showing for it.
Or we get both.
Yeah, some people just have it, dude. I don't know.
And I believe that's a KO.
It sure is.
So this is what was thinking me with it, is like when you got the reversal flip, I was almost looking at it going, do you even need this active? And I know why you put it active. It's just like, do we even need it there? Because it's just like, if you get the Crobat pings and stuff, which, you know, with the hand
Dude,
as it
because-
was.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
I saw this and
Excuse
I put it in the chat as well. I was like, I saw this and I was like, my man really did just prize free Ursaring. I was like, oh fuck.
I am sorry.
Yeah, I needed to get the kill. I needed to get the first kill just so I could start picking up my prizes. Or I just died. Like, I could have potentially tried to ERL a way out of that, but with no easy access to a Typhlosion.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. I saw that and I was like, ah, fuck, this ain't gonna end well.
What the hell does it do with free bears? The prizes.
Feels bears, man. Unfortunate.
We will
Yeah.
get a real game, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of these days we will get a real game.
Heads are single.
Heads. Well, not dying to that immediately, at least. Not immediately.
I mean, yeah, there's one way, but we just have to hope he doesn't have it. And he doesn't have it, okay.
Oh yeah, true. DC does actually do it.
Yeah, DCE is
Ineffective
60.
kill code.
You actually
Not actually a legal play, but okay.
can't, I don't think. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
Can't do anything. There's nothing. So, shit.
Yeah, I don't think you can technically do it, but yeah.
Okay, second basic at least.
Yeah, we didn't immediately die. Big Pog. Pell is
A
so
rarity.
excited. Pell is so excited just
Like
to
a
be
little
here
bear.
with it.
Always happens. This always happens. Fire on the active.
Of course. Do you risk it?
I've not read my turn to go yet, so patient. Bebes.
Yeah, understandable, man. Yeah, technically there are... I mean, no, obviously not to direct attack for 1,000 points, because this ain't Yu-Gi-Oh! No shit. But, technically there are some cards, not in this format, but there have been cards later on that are capable of dealing 1,000 damage in one go, or more.
Usually by a scrupulous amount of weakness.
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
Four. Wait, let me show you that.
Gone 800 of Pumpkaboo Night March. I'm trying to think what the highest number I've ever had was. It might have been something in Mew Mew, to be honest.
You're very needy.
Overcome in a Sableye.
Yep.
Okay, I was almost thinking you were just gonna put that down and use that, but it's probably tempting, but
I don't know, I'm going to put that. I'm going to take down from 20. A bit shaking, my legs gone numb.
Pokemon reversal? Hey, what do I want to kill?
this guy.
Probably the Cyndaquil.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I was in your shoes, I would kill Cinder here. Because my bear's replaceable and... Noopsy, just a Noopsy. Just a...
Bite the Uxie.
Okay.
Yeah, we do not want to deliberately provoke the bear if we can help it, right?
So there is a point here.
This is a predicament, isn't it?
I didn't attach energy this turn.
No, you did not. You attached energy gain.
This doesn't have the most health, and I'd rather not have the 20 on it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Treat back in, and then we will snap attack for KO.
Well, it didn't
Alright,
matter.
revenge!
That's the part. Yeah, no, I can't recover.
Benji. Fire, draw 4.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yep.
And yeah, from there it's going to be a very dead Ambipom.
And Hammer Arm hits a Poketurn. That's a pretty good hit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's 2 of them at the game basically wasted.
Yeah, and then that's not doing anything. Cyrus can't save me at that point.
Yeah, you would need to get like SP radar, but even then, it's like, what do you actually? Where's the game plan going from there, sort of thing, you know?
These angry bears taking a KO every turn.
That is the dichotomy, isn't it? It's like if you can survive the early throws, then it can be very difficult to come back over. But oh my god, is it hard to survive those early throws in most decks? Regardless, though, definitely some interest. Definitely some interesting stuff showing up a bit there.
This is a garbage hand.
Heads. Not really very stabilized, I'd hope, considering the brand running in this deck, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine, isn't it? Because you just, if you have an energy attachment, you can
You
just...
You can't tell code design because I've got no bloody bench. Put the 10 on.
Yeah.
I don't die.
You know what I can do though?
If you had the fucking game bat, if you.
I wish.
Ah, come on. Size not gonna be that mean, is he?
I'm not being mean, the deck's being mean.
Oh, whatever, I live long enough to get Roseanne off. That's a victory.
Yeah, it really is. like we're joking about it, but it seriously is.
Stable life was still there. Both. Just the young little bear. You retreat Sableye. Impersonate. Base. Put that back. Get the lava.
Right?
You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not quite as cool as the prize cam that they have on the streams and whatnot. But it is nice being able to just like mouse over the prizes and see what's there for the audience.
I still think I need to ping that.
You're pinging the bear. You are.
Okay, slight sequencing error. Yeah, I would
You
have.
should have reversal first if your goal was to try and kill the bear. Because you may have just enabled Ursaring to do nutty things.
Well, honestly, this hand isn't going anywhere, so.
It was
spoiler,
fucking
I-
there
I-
as well.
It was
Oh,
gonna do nutty things. Found you the rainbow at least, but yeah.
not much in the prizes to really help that, to be honest. I mean, sometimes it really does just happen. We have seen the dichotomy of this sort of thing.
Oh, to be fair, I know we're
It
getting
is
Sableye
tough.
out there easily, so,
it'd
not
been-
that you really want to be stuck behind Sableye, but
Yeah, but I mean, his hand had nothing. There was a power spray in there, which I guess kind of helps maybe once, but there was basically nothing to
well,
really.
maybe try there wasn't too much to spray, and that it would just be spraying the Typhlosion,
Yeah,
which I'm not finding enough. I don't think. I think to go to a 3 line of that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it might need to pick a Typhlosion line, especially when the Cyndaquils keep dying early.
Heads or Sableye?
Sableye.
that answers that.
Well, I have all the basics.
What? Impossible. Nobody's ever been able to play more than one basic Pokemon in a turn before.
Rainbow down. Impersonate.
Yeah, Sableye is another one of those cards of I just didn't end up throwing into a ton of decks this time round. It's still really, really strong, and I know it's really strong, but I don't feel like it's necessarily the lead for like every single deck ever sort of thing, and it's just I really haven't had the space to put enough of them in to make it work, because I think it is a 4-0 card, really. I don't think you can realistically get away with playing maybe 3, but even then, I think you need to play 4 of it, because your goal is to start it if you play it, right?
It's a little strange, but...
Oh yeah, I haven't checked prizes, so yeah.
Felicities, it's got 2 supporters. Either that or just ponting this, and I'm not sure what was better.
I mean, you could have just discarded one of them, I suppose.
There was Aaron's research.
That is an option with Felicity after
I
all.
did want to dig. I was trying to dig for something though, so
I
the
guess.
draw was nice.
Yeah, that's fair. Stop me if you've seen this one before.
Come on, reversal.
Ooh. Uh-oh. God, you have just
Bring
been
in
hitting
there.
like every single one of these. Jesus.
Yuxi for 4. Earthquake.
Yeah, spread 10 to your outside.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of ways I guess that could have worked out, isn't it? So I can understand. Well, shit! Oops. Creak.
Sorry, new chair wheels.
Oh, I know. I can't talk. My bed was super squeaky for ages until I found the bit that was causing it.
Revans.
By the way, this is probably the closest that we're ever actually going to get to Shop It Donk, and I am probably grateful for that.
2 little bears.
Yeah,
Might not save you.
this is legitimately the way the evolution decks have to play around this shit. Is
Yep.
you have to be able to put down more guys than they can take out early game for it. We're going to see that probably quite a bit in Gen 5 especially. Just play Shop It Donk. Never!
Sableye. 50 for 4.
There are more than 2 SPs in play.
Yeah, my play doesn't change.
Yeah, I know your play doesn't change, but just before you snap draw, because that
Yeah,
would
I
be
know, I
a that
know,
would be a yeah.
I've gone through this so many early ends without worrying about that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Impersonate.
So it does matter that I block that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we just want this game to continue more than from there, because I think that probably would be it wouldn't be at the time, right? Because DNA said there's some weird ass shit that the judges did for stuff in that point, but nowadays that would be a rather severe hit for sure.
2 prizes probably.
Minimum, so long as they can assert what the
Good
cards
fires.
that so long as they could determine which cards were drawn, then you'd be able to put them back. But yeah, it would be minimum that. If they can't determine what was picked up, then it's a game loss, I think.
Pokemon reversal.
That's probably not gonna work.
Jeez, you need to be stopped, dude.
Bring in a bear. Ten more damage to the act. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we Earthquake for the KO. Oh, I didn't take my prize last time.
No, you did not.
So. Oops.
Well, it's not as if you played any draws or shuffles or anything like that since.
No, I didn't. It was just
Yeah, I know. This does drop off, however.
Yeah.
Bear!
The base. Explosion. Attach. Sableye. Impersonate. NGs. Discard a fire.
Man, that repair speed is really good on those Engies. Look how quick your hand was repaired. Definitely very. I'm sorry, when you said Engies there, I had to make an FTL reference.
I always think TF2 because we always called the engineers NGs there.
These should all be at 20 as well, right? Because you Earthquakes last turn?
Yeah, there was 2 lots of earthquakes, so
Yeah, just making sure as I go. I'm not the quickest at catching everything, but I did realise there as well. The Yuxi does not get healed.
it's not that broken. It's pretty broken. It's not that broken.
Dude, if it healed everything, I would probably play this instead of Grass Arceus.
What's the pull in?
Sorry, that's a different card. Are we? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Cute.
Is my microphone not working?
It hasn't
I
been.
wasn't hearing anything.
Fight the bear for 50.
Okay, just that. Well,
It is First Blood, which is pretty important in the 2-shot thing, isn't it?
we're just on 130, so
Yeah, I guess that's fair. It's you need a belt plus Lariat to one-shot it, right?
yeah.
It's not exactly the easiest thing to throw together.
BDS.
Yep.
Cinder. Lava.
Yep.
Attempt to afterburner.
Go ahead.
DCE to active, hammer arm for 90.
And mill top deck.
Handful, but Cyrus's conspiracy.
Alright, I have to come clean on this one. Why have you been sandbagging this for like 2 turns? You could have been using this the whole time.
Judge.
I guess, but like just
I would judge you play one and then hold the second.
That. That.
So I didn't want to be rude with that. I've just been looking at that this whole time. Go, why on earth have we not been playing this?
Poke turn.
To be fair, I don't have an easy way of scooping up right now. Not enough room on the interface. Not...
No, I totally get that.
Actually, expert belt. And Dragon Rush for the KO. On the active.
Okay. Bolt to tie. Attempt to afterburner.
Power spray.
Attempt to afterburner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the second one, yeah.
Like ordering error on my end, I guess, but I didn't expect to actually try and power spray that.
Jeez, Pepper, why does your mom let you have 2 afterburners?
And impersonate, probably for a pot. This is one of those, this hand is garbage hands.
Well, it's one of those, this hand is 2 cards deep, and I need more than 2 cards hands, so... I guess you could call that garbage, but, you know.
SP radar.
Yep, seems pretty good.
That's 20, so I would 120 to get rid of that. That's probably not happening this turn, but I can at least soften it up.
Especially when you can't Dragon Rush this turn as well. Yeah, this card has text on it, imagine that.
Cyrus's conspiracy.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Wrong
Yeah,
one.
sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Sorry, that was meant to be another one of these.
Yeah, I tried to build this deck to try not to rely on Claydol, but thinking about how this is going, it should probably have played Claydol.
Bite the Typhlosion.
Yeah, I guess you just...
Do 1 more damage on it.
Yeah, I guess you just don't have enough actual like energy to or fires to roast or anything like that with this, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Touch.
I do need DCs for Bear.
DC to the Lux Tray. Retreat. Bring So I'd be doing 50. I should probably bring in the other Sableye.
Okay.
I know, but it's because I can chomp it.
So you're taking a KO off.
Yeah. Bite.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess either way it was fine. Whether you used Luxray or not in that situation didn't matter. Alright. For the audience's sake, I'm gonna sort this whilst I look through the stuff, see what's gone.
This.
And then realised I should have put that in the discard before sorting it, but you know.
Well, at least something, I think. As it is, a very painful DCE Flare Destroy.
Well, Sai forgot to attach for one of the turns in here, so I think he might have a shot still.
Pump. And I didn't. Did. No, at this point you're just gonna start burning through my health. Yeah, no. I think it's the problem here is...
Bit of premature scoop, I think, because it's still full price difference, but
it's still enough of a problem.
yeah,
Yeah, fair
that's actually a
dues.
really awkward situation to be in to have to attach DC to type like that. But this hand was just, if I had a second Oopsie or Clay Dolls or something, then this, yeah, I think this deck needs a different consistency engine.
Where was this going? This would have been at 7 because if you claw swipe, because there was a lightning in hand. So if we go claw swipe with a plus power, it goes to 7. You have to afterburner, puts it up at 8. Yeah, you probably have to take a turn off attacking at one point there, but I saw that hand. There was Roseanne in that hand, so you could have definitely kept going. You just don't attack every single turn. The thing with a Typhlosion is that it has to discard energy off itself regardless of whether it's discarding off of you, so Pepper still would have had to discard every turn just to do 70, which was just agonizingly short of getting the kills on the stuff that was needed. You had a turn in that hand as well, so this gets hit, and then that gets Poké Turn next thing. You probably just promote one of the Crobats or something to get aside.
Crobat's just really awkward. And I'd probably have tried to retreat at some point.
If you were even parity...
I did have Bear in hand because of BTS, but...
Bear TS. Yeah, if you were like even parity, then yeah, I could see hitting the button there, but being so far ahead, like you could afford to give up 2, maybe even 3 prizes before getting the kill on that thing.
That was a very premature scoop because I was in what the hell do I do now mode.
It's okay, I've scooped in stupid situations before as well. Like forgetting Bring Down exists, so you know.
Yeah, I've had nothing now, I think though.
Yeah.
This deck needs a consistency retool, I'm pretty sure. Like, I tried working without Claydol, but no, this deck wants Claydol.
Too bad, it can't have it. Next format.
I think I was pretty good at...
Everyone has that problem, so it's not as bad.
I think I was good at consistently hitting the bears, though. Before they became problematic.
Yeah, because if this bear gets to your Garchomps...
Oh
That's
yeah,
how this matchup goes pear-shaped for you.
it goes bear-shaped. Because you're getting killed by the bear, obviously. So
Yeah, it's either Blastoise or multiple Oopsie.
Thankfully, this bear can't use Eviolite. Yet.
no, but this one sure could, because that comes out in. Yeah, it's viable actually. Well, I say viable. It's in the format at the same time as this bear, I believe. So so yeah, Eviolite.
I'm not sure if 2/2/2's right here, but I don't think I have space really to push 3/3/3, especially if I'm adding more consistency mons.
Yeah, it gets weird, doesn't it?
Maybe I should just drop the same, but probably do it all with 4 rainbows, 4 DC to make bear work. So it's hard to justify a Ninetales in this, which is
Yeah.
Sableye.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ninetales doesn't work in here, the way that it's set up.
No byway for you.
Pyro to the Ninetales Fox, yeah. Byway, whichever one is, yeah.